report later in the programme. But first, let's speak to Barry Donadio, who is a former member of the US Secret Service and elected Republican official. Barry, thank you very much for your time today. And it's the intensity of those attacks by Russia on Ukraine, including on civilian targets, that has really tested President Trump's patience with Moscow. As I mentioned, we only have the Russian side of this meeting so far. But do you think Steve Witkoff will have taken a harder line in this meeting than perhaps on previous occasions?
Thanks for having me. And I think Witkoff has the toughest job in Washington, D.C. right now. He has to go and tell Vladimir Putin something that he doesn't want to hear, that probably the United States is going to levy extreme sanctions against Russia if this war doesn't come to an end, or at least some steps to come to an end. So I have faith that he can do something, but this really rests on Vladimir Putin and their decision. And unfortunately, this is leaning much more towards the Russia actually probably made this decision long ago, even before they started to go all the way under any circumstance. And, you know, we just might be trying to negotiate with a side that really doesn't have it in the cards to negotiate until they meet their full objectives.
Yeah, well, President Zelensky says the Kremlin will only approach serious peace talks if it begins to run out of money. So do you think President Trump will actually go through with these sanctions, or might he be minded to shift deadlines? He has done that, of course, before. Do you think he should stick to his deadline and introduce more sanctions, plus those secondary sanctions on countries that trade with Russia?
The Donald Trump I know is to be taken seriously. If he's saying he's going to do something, he sure is going to do it. You know, whether that's going to be an escalation between the United States and Russia is yet to be seen. But I would bet a paycheck on that. If President Trump says he's going to do this, he is certainly going to do it.
And do you think at the moment, if we look at sentiment in the Republican Party and in the MAGA movement, is that sentiment supportive of President Trump introducing these further sanctions?
Yes, absolutely. MAGA, the Republican Party, supports President Trump 100%. He's doing exactly what we elected him to do. He is getting results. We also have to remember he stopped 5 wars, so within 5 months. So he's trying to stop a 6th war. It's not easy. Like he said, this is a war that was started in another administration. He's trying to get it to come to an end.
This is the one that he said he would end almost immediately, isn't it? This particular war. Obviously, he has signed a deal with Ukraine on rare earth minerals and other natural resources. So do you think the pendulum is swinging towards Ukraine in Donald Trump's mind, or is he trying to reach a point where he has a deal, if you like, with both sides?
No, obviously, you called it just correctly. I think the pendulum is swinging towards Ukraine. We saw Donald Trump wholeheartedly try to do a peaceful negotiation, a neutral negotiation, without picking a side. No one in the world can say that he didn't try. And yes, it's proven to be a lot harder than he or any of us had expected. A lot of us were hopeful that he could end this rather quickly once he was elected. But again, if the other side, which is Putin, and we don't even blame Russia, we blame Putin. If Putin decided way before Trump even got elected, you know, you're up against only one party that wants to negotiate, that's Ukraine. And Russia has no want whatsoever to negotiate. That's what we're left with. So we will see by the end of today when Witkoff talks to Vladimir Putin where we are. But I'm not very hopeful.
OK, Barry Donadio, thank you very much for your time. Good to get your analysis on this story today.
Thank you.